It is now my great pleasure to introduce our President and CEO, Connie Brenton.
Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. 'Cause I'm happy.
Do you hear that song? It's called Happy. So it is amazing to be here. There are more than 1,000 people here. It's insane, right? And I thought, oh my goodness, I'm getting so nervous. I have to get up and speak in 1,000 people. And I wandered around this morning and I thought, oh heck, there's 1,000 of my best friends. So thank you for all being here. Just a year ago, 1 year ago, we incorporated. We evolved from a tiny little book club to a nonprofit that has 600 members, about 400 companies are represented, 35 states, 15 countries, 4 continents. We have 11 global regional groups, and we're adding members at the rate of about 20 a week. The growth has been explosive. We plan for this, and we get that. We say, okay, we're going to have an AI call. We expect 10 people. We get 100. We say we're going to have a metrics meeting. I anticipate 15 people in the room. We have 35 people in the room and 35 global people on the telephone. Just yesterday, we had to add food to the order for the Institute because we had 100 new registrations last week. CLOC 2016 was huge. We put it up in 12 weeks. Only legal ops people could have done that. We held it in San Francisco at the St. Francis, and we had about 50 sessions. That laid the foundation not only for the CLOC organization, but it also laid the foundation for the Institute. So CLOC 2017 is bigger in every way. Woohoo! We have 70 sessions and 140 speakers. This is a gambling town, and so the next guess is how many people will we have next year. So I am putting my bet on 2,500. We have already committed to all of the space at the Bellagio next year, and so I'm hoping to win that bet. So where do we take this energy and movement? It's crazy. It's simple. We create the future of corporate legal services. Think about the scale of that opportunity. To do that, CLOC needs to do 4 things. 1, enable networking. First and foremost, this is a networking organization. So take every opportunity this week to talk to each other, interview each other, talk to each other, share best practices so that in between the Institute, you can continue this movement. 2, educate. We chose Institute for a very specific reason. There is no other place that you can get educated in this field. The role itself is relatively new, and there are no curriculums set up in the law schools or in the business schools yet, so you need to be getting it here amongst your peers. There are a couple things that are different about the Institute than other events that you've gone to. 1 is all of the sessions have been designed so that you take away something that you can actually use and put in place at work. 2, every single one of these sessions has been vetted by a legal operations executive. If you are one of the speakers, you can appreciate that, so you will not be seeing version 1 of anything today. It could be version 3 or it could be version 33. 3, we need to drive change. There is no reason that we should be inventing the wheel. We have started to create initiatives, think of those as standards. 3 have been put up in the last month or so. Fixed fees for IP, qualitative assessment, legal project management. This is an opportunity for everybody in this room to get involved. All of those initiatives have involved everybody in the legal ecosystem. And fourth, embrace the legal ecosystem. This is also a differentiator. We encourage everybody in the ecosystem to participate together. We have found that if we don't have everybody in the room, we end up with solutions that don't work. So we want outside counsel, we want in-house counsel, we want the law schools, we want technology providers, the service providers, and students. Together, we are remaking this industry, and we're starting to see real results. Each of us on our own have been making these incremental changes, and that's been a problem. So if you take an article from 1998 and change the names and publish it in 2016, it will be exactly the same. But as a community, we have now discovered our collective power. Today we see tons of investment in legal operations. A lot of it is through the VC community with technology. Think how cool it would be that if we could say something like this: Siri, how many agreements do I have with Google that are expiring next month? And it just gives you the answer. Once you get there, you have raised the bar. There is absolutely no going back. Welcome to all of you who have been shunned. Welcome to all of you who have worked on an island. Welcome to all of you who are new to legal operations. Welcome to you who don't really know what legal operations is yet. This is your time, and this is our time. You found your community, you have found your people, you have found your movement. We need to stop thinking, how can we fit into the world around us? And we need to start thinking, how can we change the world and make it a better place? It's about reinvention, it's about disruption, it's about getting a completely different mindset. It's easy to point fingers and blame others. The law firms, they charge too much. The in-house counsel, you say you want fixed fees, and then you get up to the 9th hour and you say, oh, never mind, I'd like to have hourly rates. Or you say, I'd like to have fixed fees, but could you please give me shadow billing? We need to individually take ownership. We will get the change that we ask for, that we commit to, that we demand. If we don't, then whatever we get will be our own fault. This event is about you, the community. You are the experts, the most talented, innovative, creative people in operations, and possibly the entire industry, are sitting in this room. We have a common vision that legal can be better and smarter and more efficient. We are all different, and that brings us great strength. That diversity makes this work. There's two qualities that we have in common. One is passion. We believe in what we do. We pour our time, our energy, our heart into this. We care deeply about moving this industry forward. Two, we're persistent. We don't take no for an answer. We don't give up easily. There are no pushovers in this room. My CLOC friends are some of the sweetest and kindest people I know, but in all reality, we're pit bulls. I say that with love, but we are absolutely pit bulls. Some of us are housebroken even. I'm pleased at CLOC's success, but it is not my success, it's not the board's success, it is your success. It's your energy, it's your commitment, it's your drive that brought us here. As your CLOC leaders, we simply channel the power of this movement. Welcome to CLOC 2017. And with that, I have the honor and privilege of introducing another one of our leadership members, Jeff Franke. He has been responsible for all of the content. He has heard all of the presentations personally, and we affectionately refer to him as Curriculum Boy.
Well, that's an auspicious start, isn't it? Good morning, everyone. As Connie said, my name is Jeff Franke. I'm on the CLOC leadership team, and I'm also the leader of Legal Ops team at Yahoo. And here to my left is Kyle Martin, who also works at Yahoo on the Legal Ops team. As Connie mentioned, we have about 80 sessions for you over the next 3+ days. And that portion of this event is highly scripted, and as Connie indicated, we've gone through many iterations on those. This part of the 3 days, however, is not well scripted, and we may very well crash the plane into the mountainside before this is over. So we're going to hope that you give us a little bit of leeway on that. Before we go any further, to try and minimize the potential for crashing the plane into the mountainside, I'd like to ask you all to turn off the Wi-Fi on your phones, if you wouldn't mind. The reason we're asking for that is because we're going to do a little demo this morning of some technology. That technology is not even alpha level yet. So can we get the slide up there? So as Connie mentioned, CLOC in legal ops is about sharing. It's about best practices. It's about driving change in the industry. It's about taking risks. And a lot of it is about what if. On the what if question, we ask, what if we implemented new processes? We ask, what if we did things with our law firms differently? What if we outsourced different types of projects that we're doing to LSOs or other providers? What if we implemented new technologies? As legal ops leaders, we rely on what if a lot. All of you received a dot, an Amazon dot, as part of the Institute here today. And that particular gift was chosen for a reason. It encapsulates the concept of what if. We were sitting, the leadership team and some other Institute members, sorry about that. We were sitting around and we asked ourselves, what if we were to look at some of the technologies we have and we utilized those differently? What if we were able to deal with some of the technologies that we have right now in a way that was less challenging? How would we go about doing that? We all have lots of different tools that we use every day with different logins, different passwords, different interfaces. I'm sure all of you have GCs, or some of you have GCs and colleagues that are not particularly good with technologies and struggle and probably turn to you all the time to ask, where is that particular website? How do I find this particular contract? And we thought, what if you could turn to some kind of digital assistant and solve that particular problem? So we decided to turn to some of our technology providers and ask them that question. Being somewhat of a procrastinator, I asked them that question about 4 weeks before the Institute. And I said, could you take your technology and do something interesting? Make it work with Alexa. Make it work with an Amazon dot. These 3 technology companies, ThinkSmart, Anna, and Seal, stepped up to the plate and said, you know what? We'll give that a shot. We think we can do that. We think we have the platforms to totally change the game. We're going to give you a new interface. And this morning, we're going to see if they did that. This demo is about challenging the status quo, which I think is what CLOC and all of us in this room are really about. We want to do things differently, and today we're going to see if we can take a really strong step towards doing that. As I indicated, these technologies are all alpha, or even not quite alpha. These going here. And so I don't really know if when we run these, we're going to get to where we need to be. Bear with me one sec here. So these 3 technology companies represent some similar and different offerings. ThinkSmart is a company who offers a workflow solution. Many of you in here already use it or potentially some of the other offerings in the field. And again, what a great technology it is if you can automate a very complicated or simple process so that you don't have to use your inbox as the solve. But better still, if you didn't have to navigate to an interface to make that happen. I think I'm proving my point about passwords. It's a good one, too. There we go. So the first solution we're going to demo for you here is from ThinkSmart. As I said, it's a workflow technology, and what you're going to see on the screen is really only a subset of what's actually going to be taking place behind the scenes. I'm going to ask, I need to put this on mute because Alexa's very sensitive to her name. I'm going to ask Alexa to actually initiate a workflow, take it through the first phase, which is basically to take a whole bunch of inputs and then kick off that workflow. Now, workflow technology happens all behind the scenes, so you're not going to really see what happens there, but I can assure you that behind the scenes, it is actually initiating a workflow, and at the end, it's actually not only going to initiate a workflow, it's going to initiate a separate tool. Alexa, ask ThinkSmart to open a new matter.
I'd be happy to open a new matter. What is the name of the matter?
Bellagio personal injury claim.
Okay. What is the description?
Pool party flotation device gone horribly wrong.
Okay. What is the name of the law firm with which you'll do business?
Baker and McKenzie.
Okay. What is the value of the new matter?
$425,000.
Okay. I created the new matter.
Alexa, ask ThinkSmart, how many matters are pending my approval?
Okay. I created the new matter.
Alexa, how many matters are pending my approval?
You have one matter pending approval. Would you like to know more about it?
Yes, I would.
You created Bellagio personal injury claim regarding pool party flotation device with a value of ask ThinkSmart how many letters are pending approval. Would you like to approve it?
Yes, Lex, I'd like to approve it.
There was a problem with the requested skills response.
Alexa, ask ThinkSmart to show me all my matters in ThinkSmart.
Here is the ThinkSmart workflow dashboard.
Oh, no, it's not. Had I done that correctly, this would have popped up automatically. So we didn't exactly crash the plane into the mountainside. I think that was a near miss. But what we just demonstrated was an actual workflow was initiated, and at the end of the workflow, it populated the ThinkSmart tool with an actual matter. And if I go to the Actions section here, and I click on View History, you will see that we have created a new matter, and you'll see all the detail here. I think we have the ThinkSmart team in the house. Paul Herner, Ben Bogan, please. This was a really simple demonstration in the sense that it's a very simple workflow. But if you think about any of the things that you do, from creating NDAs, kicking off workflows for gifts and events approvals, whatever it is that you do, we're at a point now where we can initiate very complicated efforts through Alexa. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Kyle to demo another version.
So here I have Anna, And the problem that I'm trying to solve for is, as you can see, I have all my pictures, files, documents in a bunch of discrete data sources. So we have Box, Google Drive, Gmail, Slack, Quip. And I want to figure out, without having to go into each of these data sources, type in my username and password, remember what these are, and see, not only do I have multiple data sources, but I have multiple accounts with the same data source. So I'd have to figure out, oh, this is my Box account for CLOC, this is my Box account for Yahoo, what were those passwords? I'm going to ask the computer, or ask Amazon to ask Anna to try and search across all of these data sources to find the files that I need without even touching the computer. Alexa, ask Anna to add keyword institute.
Sure.
Open the second result.
Okay, here you go.
Thank you, Anna.
Goodbye.
So you see here, I had this in one of my Box or Dropbox accounts. I just added the keyword institute. It found this, and I could tell it to open it up, and it opened it up on my screen. Alexa, ask Anna to start over.
Okay, let's try another search.
Find all my contracts.
Sure.
Add label Bellagio.
Okay, here you go.
Open the first result.
Let's see what I can find.
Alexa, start over.
Okay, let's try another search.
Thank you, Anna.
Goodbye.
So now I'm going to ask it something that you probably should never ask, is to find all my pictures. So we'll see what it comes up with. Alexa, ask Anna to find all my pictures.
Okay, here you go.
Add keyword fountain.
Okay, your documents will be displayed shortly.
Alexa, ask Anna to start over.
Okay, let's try another search.
Find all my pictures.
Let's see what I can find.
Add keyword fountain.
Okay, your documents will be displayed shortly.
Alexa, start over. One more time.
Okay, let's try another search.
Find all my pictures.
Sure.
Add keyword fountain.
Sure.
Thank you, Anna. Alexa, ask Anna to open the first result.
Okay, your documents will be displayed shortly.
Thank you, Anna.
Goodbye.
So just what happened there, there was a voice recognition with Alexa that it was saying counting instead of fountain. But just to get the amazement of what's going on here is that I asked Alexa to find all my pictures and search for the keyword fountain. And Alexa recognized my voice, used AI and machine learning on Amazon's back end to process what I was saying. It connected that to Anna. And what Anna did then is it has its own AI and machine learning, and it could recognize this picture that doesn't have the word fountain in it, it's not labeled or tagged with fountain, but it recognized that there's a fountain in the picture, and it pulled it up, and I could just say, open that result, and there it is. So we have the Anna team here, Salim and Nicole. If you could.
Thank you, Kyle. Last, we're going to try one more demo from Seal Technologies. Seal is one of the premier companies in the industry. They've been a sponsor of CLOC for 2 years running. Many of us in here use Seal, and it is a really powerful technology to help companies understand what information is in their contract databases, as well as to access that and pull that information quickly. It's a tool that offers a unique opportunity to pull out critical information. Again, it would be really great to be able to do this without having to log into an interface or understand how to leverage Seal in any comprehensive way, particularly if you are a leader in a legal department or maybe a head of your procurement team. You might want to ask some of the following questions. Alexa, ask Seal, how many contracts do I have?
You have 1,079 contracts.
Are there any NDA contracts?
You have 99 NDA contracts.
How many rental contracts do I have?
You have 10 rental contracts.
What agreements terminate within the next 36 months?
You have 23 contracts expiring in the next 1,136 months.
Won't be around for some of those, I don't think.
You have 185 contracts with auto renewal.
Do I have any contracts with Google?
You have 3 contracts with Google.
Do I have any contracts with their interactive media?
You have 450 contracts with interactive media.
And there you have it. The ability to access your entire database and pull out critical information. I want to thank you all for being here. It is such a privilege and an honor to have the next 3 days to spend with you. We hope you're going to get lots and lots out of all of the sessions. There's been a phenomenal amount of time, effort, energy, and thought that's gone into this. And many of you that are here today are going to be presenting. And I can't thank those that are presenting enough for sharing. The leadership team here has spent a lot of time trying to identify what many of you might be interested in. Hopefully we've done a good job of that. Over the course of the next year, please reach out to us. Let us know what it is that you want, what your problems, challenges are. I'm guessing that there's someone else in this room or not in this room that's already solved that challenge. We'll find them, and I'm betting that they're willing to contribute. Let me just stop one moment and ask those individuals that are presenting to stand up for a moment. Please. 140 of your colleagues and approximately 80 companies are going to be opening up the kimono and showing you what they're doing, showing you how they're solving their problems. We hope you get a lot out of it. And before we go on to the rest of the show, we want to offer or go over just a couple of housekeeping matters. Can we get the next slide, please? So we're offering CLE credit for many of the sessions. Some of these we still need to seek out approval from the local state authorities. But in order to get CLE credit, as you go into any one of your sessions, simply pull up this particular URL on your phone or computer, cle.org/2017 CLE. And there's a workflow there created by ThinkSmart with Adobe eSign on the back end that fully automates the whole process. A very cool solution. And we're also leveraging a polling technology to get your feedback on all of the sessions. So at the end of each session, I'm going to turn it over here to Kyle to describe how you'll go about and getting a little bit of feedback, providing some feedback.
So we've incorporated this technology into every slide. So for the presenters, or not every slide, every presentation. So for the presenters out there, who, once you finish your presentation, there should be a couple questions at the end. If you don't mind flashing these slides up for us so we can get some feedback on how the session went. What you need to do to respond to the poll is you have 2 choices. You can either go to that URL up there, type that into your browser on your phone or your laptop, and you'll kind of get this screen and you can pick which one you want. Or you can text CLOC 2017 to this number, kind of American Idol style, and then text the ABCDRE. If you have any questions, find me and I can help you out.
On behalf of the CLOC leadership team, thank you very, very much for coming out and participating, and we're looking forward to meeting all of you. Have a great 3 days. Thank you.